Sanger, a small community just outside Fresno in the Central Valley of California, 16 years ago, had a reputation for being one of the last places in California you'd want to live.
We looked at past two gangs that were rivaling across the park. We looked at pastors that were disconnected and wouldn't work together. We looked at a community that had a billboard that just proclaimed that the community had strife and difficulty.
We were actually the bottom 2% of schools districts in the state of California when it came to student achievement.
When we told people, hey, we're moving to Sanger, we got the little, really? You guys are moving to Sanger?
In 2008, during a community outreach where families gathered to enjoy a summer afternoon with games, music, and friends, Sanger's issues culminated when a young man was shot in the head and killed. A group of pastors and leaders realized something had to be done if there was any hope for their community. They began meeting with politicians, police and fire departments, educators, and community organizers, and the Sanger Community Taskforce was born.
The problem is that churches and communities are siloed. You have this group doing good things, this group doing good things, this group doing good things, but nobody knows what the other person is doing.
In response to challenges that would, I think, really startle any community, groups have come together on a regular basis and they've built relationships amongst each other and to work with each other to understand what in fact is happening in the community.
Having a task force, a one place to go where you can connect, communicate, and collaborate to make a bigger impact and help more people, that's why a task force is necessary.
We know that we can't do it all alone as a police department, and we really do have to work with community and any organization that's willing to work with us. It has led to some pretty significant reductions in crime over the last couple of years.
One of the biggest things that I thought was really amazing was all the churches working together for the same cause.
The faith-based group is already established as a set of volunteers that want to help. It's evident with all the things that the faith-based group does with them.
So our faith-based partnerships have been instrumental because our faith-based organizations have adopted schools. For us as a school district, it's been a great resource to solving problems for our students, eliminating the barriers that are often in the way of them being able to learn, and putting our teachers in a better position and our support staff in a better position to educate them.
There's a lot of things that I didn't even know that existed until I became a part of the task force.
We've become aware of activities and events and other partners in the community. We know what they're doing and how we can work together.
I think the coolest part for me is sitting there and listening to somebody have an issue, knowing that you're going to be able to help them kind of make something great, not just for your department and your division or your organization, but for your whole community.
We even had one time when this boy who had been bullied came to the task force meeting and said, I really want to do something about bullying. We stopped the meeting and let him share his story. And out of that story, Stand Up and Be Heard was started.
We went up there to talk to Community Taskforce, and then that's where everybody started knowing about it. Having police and fire department encourage me. It felt pretty good.
Hope Sanger was born from this and met a specific need in the community, which was to meet the needs of the homeless and those close to homelessness.
We've dealt with issues of gang violence. We've dealt with the homeless. We've dealt with graffiti. We've worked through all the different issues that we've found.
By 2010, we were anointed as a top 10 district in the state of California. So we moved in a concerted effort over the last 6 years.
The reality is Superman's probably not coming to save all of us. We have to figure out ways to do that. And the work of the Community Task Force here in Sanger has been a really wonderful example of people doing the hard work of coming together, learning from each other, learning about each other, and really trying to find ways to connect the dots.
And so I really celebrate what's happening in a community like Sanger and look at that as something we can do in many cities.
The city of Sanger and the Sanger Unified School District are better because of the Community Task Force, which grew itself out of some really tragic circumstances. But in the end, it's doing so much good for so many people.